Okay, this is Investigate the Zyranium Manufactory 7 in On the Trail of the Traitor. Check the description for timestamps, because I'll probably timestamp something.
Hello? Someone there? Yes? Did the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? If so, to be clear, Zyranium Manufactory 7 presently and for an indeterminate time is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors.
I have a writ of investigatory inquiry from Abbot Newell. Open up.
Wait, you have a writ? From the abbot? We don't have any means of... yes, they said they have a... yes, sir.
This is Factor Maitonier. Am I to understand you have orders from the abbot? Quite convenient for you. I have no way of verifying without allowing you entry. Very well. Come inside and we'll see the sorting. Building on the left.
Yes, right over here. You're not getting down below until you talk to me. So, the abbot deigned to send someone whilst we're contending with all manner of emergencies, did he? And you've brought along your own rift cultist, I see. In case we required poor methodology and ample bloodshed.
Poor methodology? How dare you? Do you think ample bloodshed just happens by itself?
Worry more about aunties retaliating. I'm on a first-name basis with the presiding bishop and abbot. Remember that. You can check my papers, but my team's business, like it or not. But my team's my business.
Surely. Far be it from me to question the irreproachable prudence of an enigmatic caller. Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the abbot's mind, but your papers do seem to be legitimate. I will unlock the elevator so you can speak with Proctor Svoboda below. I'll send word you're en route. But fair warning, I cannot predict what reception you will receive. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing the facility, I'll be along straight away.
Do you know who's to blame?
We have a working hypothesis about who is responsible. Initial evidence looks rather conclusive. And we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below. Which would be a good thing if they had not, somehow seized control of the manufactory operations.
Sounds like perpetrator has you cornered.
Our suspect, one Initiate Alva, previously supervised launch controls. Though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below. A move not likely to allay anyone's suspicions.
I have enough to go on. I'll be on my way.
I admit I'm to a reasonable degree pleased you are on hand to corroborate current suppositions. May your query yield favorable results.
All right.
It evidently originated here. Transport pod full of Zyranium. Blue outpost opportunity to naught but tinges and flinders. Wait,
Start up here.
what are you doing up here? How did you get past the gate?
Factor Metadeer cleared me.
Forgive me. All this business with the lockdown puts one on edge.
Is this where the cargo pod used in the attack was launched? Can you tell me what happened?
Everything appeared routine at the time. We launch transport pods into space regularly. They get collected. The Zyranium we refine here is used for power. It wasn't until we heard the explosion that anyone knew anything out of the ordinary had happened. I ran a systems audit on the launch sequence afterwards. Just finished constructing a report on my findings, actually, if you'd like to hear it.
Yes, please.
A transport pod full of Zyranium was fired from here, at Outpost Opportunity. It subsequently exploded in spectacular fashion.
You didn't see anything from here? Who could have done it?
A low-ranking scientician. Been here for years. Presumably, she's below in operations. Regrettably, that is all I know. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Okay.
The Proctor's a low-functioning functionary at best. I mean, look at this mess. Explosion.
Well, running a manufactory must require extraordinary...
Initiate Alva, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately.
Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this.
You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast?
I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something?
I demand your unconditional surrender at once.
Hello, Proctor? I'm pushing buttons over here now. Did I disconnect you somehow?
Hold on. Emergency detoxification initiated. System reset. What's her name took over.
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the Abbot, gallivanting about amidst a lockdown. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party.
You mean Initiate Alva?
Low-level subordinate, assigned here years ago. But I'm now realizing how little we actually know about her. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about.
Duly noted. Now stand aside. I'll take it from here. Quite an accusation. Can you back it up? What makes you think she's a sleeper agent?
Within a beat of us hearing of the attack, Alva seized command of the system and locked herself in the control center. She then forcefully repelled several attempts to extricate her. 2 are dead already. Poor Jacob's lost a hand trying to pry free the outer doors. Why, she could destroy this entire place at any moment from in there. I implore you to stop her before she does so. I fear violence may be our only recourse.
All right, I'll track her down. Let's do a little bit of investigation before murdering
Whatever
anyone.
for. We've already established her guilt. Failed to see the use, frankly. I suppose some limited nosing about before dispatching her wouldn't hurt. Presuming she doesn't kill us all in the meantime. I'll be in my office. Let me know once she is no longer a problem.
Okay, this is the Proctor's office. We'll be coming back there. Workbench if you want it. This is not a mods vending machine. It's just a regular provisions dispenser. But if you need anything. It's a little bit of fighting back here, but not much. There's some spiders in one part, and that's it.
Now, this is important. Would you describe the Varachnid's Calicary as slavering when it attacked? How much viscous fluid would you estimate was involved?
I don't know anything about the fluid's volume. Thing attacked, I shot it. There's goo all over the spot it emerged. Measure that, maybe.
Of course, she's hiding something. You think those 2 exemplars just fell wrong?
Factor said
They're
that
hardly
on
prone
in.
to involuntary self-injury.
Okay, if you have Observation 5 or Medical 5, you can see that they shot each other. I ended up getting Medical 5 on a previous playthrough, so I'm not going to do it this time, but appears they shot each other.
Hello, a visitor.
Weird. And never
Who
really
is it they're
explained,
sending
actually.
now? And who are you, dear? You're what? Some maverick for hire. Oh, no, I can see it now. Earth Directorate, yes? Like Commander Zane and that rascal Buddy. And who is that you brought with you? A friend. Another Earth Directorate agent, I see. Seems sad.
Is she talking about me?
Glorious dawn, I take it. Sensational look, dear. All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding.
Your abbot sent me to find out who caused the explosion.
Oh, believe you me, I'd like to know that more than anyone. I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this.
Little old me. Svoda thinks you're responsible.
I was apparently at the wrong point in space at the wrong point in time. Really? Do you see me, a saboteur? But don't they always attempt to, flee the scene?
Tell me your side then. Not sure what this is. Oh, it probably has to do with the 2 cards. If you found, if you had Medical 5 or Observation 5, I think this fills in with that information.
I'll tell you exactly what happened. Our transport pod leveled outpost opportunity. I immediately realized someone must have bypassed my terminal. I initiated a lockdown to block further tampering. Had I not, additional attacks may have continued. Now, despite a long record of dedicated service, who's being blamed for this calamity? Me, somehow.
So you're saying Proctor Svoda is falsely incriminating you? You seem pretty competent for someone stuck at the initiative level.
I've refused a few promotions over the years. Undemanding work provides me ample personal time for my stories. I enjoy speculative fiction. Does that make me suspicious?
I feel like I'm watching a work of fiction right now.
Inclined to believe you. What then?
Dear me, I wish I knew. But, actually, there may be a way you could gain answers here. The firing record should contain all relevant details regarding the launch. Why, yes, I could unseal access to the records repository for you and open the path leading there. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of.
I'll do that. Promise not to if I help you?
If you need to hear me say it, surely. I promise not to destroy this facility with all of us in it. Was that reassuring enough? Appreciate your help, dear. Please return when you have found something. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Alright, we're going out this way.
Investigator?
Records repository. Everybody get in here. I gotta steal something. They won't leave the door. Alright. I was gonna get this. Utilitary Impact Converter. 20% of incoming damage is converted into energy. So if you find yourself using the shield or the... I can't get the whipping out. Or the dematerializer, or the tactical time dilator, which I have come to really enjoy. This is for you, and I'm totally stealing it. Messages from tenured archivist Leelander. Word of caution. Ongoing lab use concern. Launch records. Records expunged. Please review backup physical records. Okay. It's right here. The launch records consist of a number of instructions that are time-stamped and uniquely numbered. Using the time of the launch initiate Alva supplied, you are able to look up recent launch. The entry shows that it was directed at Outpost Opportunity. You also detect a slight odor from the records, but it's unclear if that's just the type of paper or a product of the printing process. And if you have the dumb trait or the ex-convict trait, you can find out a little more information. Clearly shows the initiate Alva launched the payload. Alright. Let's see if there's anything else worth stealing in here. No.
Patrol's back, I hear. Don't see Auntie's being too dissuaded by them now.
Our Earth Directorate friend. Hello. I've been conversing with Factor Matadier here while you were away. Understand you've met?
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time.
Facilities secure then?
Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned my attention to the cause of our situation here, and I have deemed it wise to investigate further. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no different.
Guess we'll take all the help we can get. Turn up anything else? Remember anything odd earlier?
A recent security audit brought up several curious messages meant for an unknown party, sent from a terminal somewhere on the premises. We were unable to track down the whereabouts of this mystery terminal, but one message contained certain oblique references to placing blame. Nothing conclusive, yet enough to give me pause.
You examined the launch records, yes? Did you find anything, dear?
They showed you fired the payload. Paper smelled weird, though.
I'd say they've obviously been altered, dear. Fancy that odor you detected, a sign of chemicals used to affect the falsification. But listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched too many Aetherwave serials. Suppose they fuel my fervent imagination. But still, even the most junior scientician knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them.
Still doesn't tell us who's responsible.
Someone may be pulling her strings, perhaps. That's what investigators like you say, isn't it? Now, what you uncovered appears to imply two further avenues of inquiry. A Zyranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used as a diversion, allowing the culprit time to falsify the record. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
How would someone cause a distraction like that?
I expect the Zyranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit.
I can speak to the coordinate override, I believe. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to accomplish what you're suggesting, they would likely look to do it there.
All right.
All right. There. I've unsealed both areas. With hope, what you discover will help us determine the responsible party.
I'll stay here and play for more time. If the Proctor sends anyone, I'll say I'm close to convincing you to surrender.
We're going to check out the Zyranium leak first, which is in that direction, and then we'll do central processing, which is in that direction. But first, the Zyranium leak.
May circumstances proceed toward intended results.
Most bureaucrats I've met are fairly worthless, but Svoboda seems to have perfected the art of being an ineffectual slackwit.
Yes, suppose you'll do. I'd been hoping an empiricist or assessor would amble by, but you appear reasonably apt. The Zyranium overflow venting has gone completely haywire. Oh, what else will this higgledy-piggledy nightmare of a day bring? I was ordered to keep watch until a specialist arrives. Might I entreat you to act in such a capacity? The control board to divert the flow of Zyranium is up yonder in refinery logistics. If so, I have something for your time and effort.
What exactly are you offering for my help?
We developed a pharmaceutical primer that, technically it poisons you a little, but
bit.
also heals you quite effectively. Shut off the gas, it's yours.
All right, got yourself a specialist.
Tremendous. Why, this day may average toward the positive yet.
May deliberate endeavors beget expected results.
Proctor's Svoboda. You know, I imagine the actual perpetrators becoming pretty nervous right about now. I mean, they must have believed their plan was flawless.
Okay, there are a couple of different ways around. You can jump across over there. Or we can go this way. Okay. Now, I actually have explosives 5s and lucky. So we're going to look at the control board, but this is completely optional. It just sort of explains how the leak happened. Examining a rupture in a pipe nearby, you determine the pressure buildup led to it bursting, creating the leak. This change required clearance. That part. But we're really here for this. Vent the Zyranium. Alright, now we're going to head back. Why do I feel like I jumped totally different? Oh, because I went down, not up. Alright, that's alright. We'll go this way. Alright.
You're back. I see my choice in you was well-founded. Zyranium overflow venting has returned to a non-haywire state, and my internal levels of disquietude have lessened along with it.
Wish my own internal disquietude could be so easily addressed. Maybe you can help me with some answers then. This intimidator perk?
With the leak abated, I am fully prepared to be peppered with queries.
Am I correct in assuming the leak occurred right after the attack on Outpost Opportunity?
Now that you mention it, yes. I recall I was worried about one crisis, and my mind was completely occupied by this other crisis nearby. I must admit, I haven't given the attack a single thought since. I do hope everyone's okay.
Do you know anything about Initiate Alva?
Not much. Keeps to herself mostly, or that is entirely. Like all of us, she resided in the barracks 15 degrees to the northeast from here.
Okay. And you mentioned a reward.
This card will allow you into our humble little research lab. It's right past operations. Can't miss it. Unless you do. The pharmaceutical primer I mentioned is inside on display.
Okay. Thanks.
I am greatly grateful you were helpful and effective. Farewell.
So I'm going to timestamp where the primer is, where the research area is, because it's in a building that's not actually called research, and it took me a little bit while to find it. But because first we're going to go this way, and then we'll go get the primer a little bit later. So if you want to know exactly where the primer is, check the timestamps, because I'll timestamp that. But this is where Alma lived. Personnel assessment, initiate Alva Miriam. So you can read that. She's being evasive. Just steal a bunch of stuff. But everything else here is just like loot level. I didn't find like a card or anything. Some alcohol. All right. So that's good here. All right, let's go get the primer.
Factor's been in there a while now. Perhaps this conundrum is approaching a solution.
Alva.
May all your endeavors add to the equation.
So that's operations. That's where Alva is. And the primer isn't in a building called research. It's in a building called evaluational dithering. Which makes it very easy to miss if you're not sure where to go. High security access card. And we're going to steal all of that. And it is right here. Essence of Vigor Kilo. The recipe, if you don't get this here, I believe the recipe itself, what's it called? Essence. Let me check my list. I believe it's sold by the doctor. Yeah, Doc Hollis sells it as well. So if for some reason you don't get this here, you can get the recipe to craft it from Doc Hollis in Matriarch's Mercy. It's the 725 one. The 600 health one, I think, is the one you can craft. This is 625. Or 725. So I'll grab that. And a little bit of poisoning. Okay, now we'll head on to central processing, now that we've gotten that. Central processing is also on this side.
Something about that Alva doesn't square. And she called me sad. I'm not sad. Just for the record.
Okay, got a few spiders.
Ready to waste it. On your command.
Near death's not a good look, Commander.
Whoa, that 10% is quite high. Alright, let's head up here, see how much we can shoot from up here. Safer location.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
I see an unfriendly soldier. Appreciate a little help, Commander.
Why do I have a shotgun? Does that go all the way down there? Those things do some massive damage. That's right. I think we can head down.
Knew you had my back.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Reckless leadership! This is a new one. No longer able to revive your companions in combat, but whenever one goes down, your other companion will get a boost. They are fully healed and immediately fill their companion ability meter. So wait, what? Your leadership techniques leave a bit to be desired, with your companions often finding themselves in harm's way. You are no longer able to revive your companions in combat, but whenever one goes down, your other companion gets a boost. No, thank you. I'd rather be able to revive them. If by get a boost means can't die, then maybe. Oh, look at you. You went looking for me. Yeah, fuck you. God, I wish I could pick my own stuff back up. Alright, hang on. I gotta lure what's up there to trigger these mines so I don't feel like they got wasted. Gonna eat that. Where's that spider? Alright. I know it's gonna pop out at me. So if you don't have Brawny or Engineering 3, come over to this side and activate the safety reset for the door. See if that helps. Because I used my engineering last time. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything I, a lowly archivist, can provide you, a heroic individual who is handy with doors?
I have a few questions.
Of course. I am now able to breathe easy and respond freely.
This is central processing. If I wanted to reroute launch coordinates, I'd do it here, yes?
Strange question, but yes. All commands pass through the hub here. Through that wiring underneath that open floor panel in the back of the room, actually.
Oh. Did you examine the exposed wiring? What did you think happened here?
Well, in my professional opinion, looks like someone rerouted some commands from operations. Not sure which ones. Based on the sloppy state it was left in, I'd say they either barely knew what they were doing or were in a rush, or both.
Where were you?
I was in my cot doing advanced equations. After the explosion occurred, I rushed here to check my terminal. The door was creaky to open. I should have known it would lodge in place when it closed, but I was distracted by the disheveled state of the room and rushed inside.
What do you know about Alva?
Works in operations, right? Always on about her stories. Wish I had time to watch serials and read all day. Well, that's about everything I know about everything. Let you be on your way. Careful on your way out. Try not to be liquefied and subsequently devoured.
All right. Observation 5 or innovative trait, which I don't really have, but rewiring is reminiscent of how Initiate Alva took control of the doors in the operations office. Alright, let's head back. Oh, use this, get rid of that Zyranium poisoning.
Troublemaker approach.
Look sharp. It's a fight.
See if I can lure. I was just gonna see if I could lure them. Alright. Ooh, Dragoon armor. Tactical rebreather. Scientist grade full suit. I'm gonna change my inhaler back. Where's the one I like? Here, this one. There we go.
Oh, hello, dear. Why, we were just talking about you.
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude of troubling scenarios, based on probable results of your investigation, downstream outcomes, and such and the like.
You know how the Order is. Always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
Someone rerouted the launch coordinates and pushed processing settings past tolerances. Let's just cut to the chase. I believe you've been set up.
That you found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is definitely something. Would be an odd step for Alva here to take, except perhaps to throw blame elsewhere.
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. Svoboda has clearance, but not the know-how.
Doesn't seem capable of engineering all of this, at least by herself.
I'm sufficiently
Drawn a
certain
conclusion.
Alfonso is conspiring with an outside party. So I'm coming out now. She's going to tell me who she's working with. Then I'm going to kill her.
Yes! Now this is definitely taking a turn more to my liking.
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our investigation, it's unfinished. And you're an initiate. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you, dears, to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Obviously framing you. Not sure she was involved. The evidence didn't prove she was guilty, and you clearly aren't telling us everything. I don't know. Something just doesn't add up. It's obvious she was framing you. We'll go with that.
Her possible involvement notwithstanding, Constance Svoboda is an Order Proctor, and I cannot abide her cold-blooded murder. Especially by someone we clearly know so little about. You are far more capable than some back Manufactory button pusher. Who are you, really?
I am a dedicated agent of the Order. But no, dear. My name is not Miriam Alva. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they called the Endpoint.
I didn't follow any of that. Wish I had a cool code name.
We can brainstorm later.
Shit! That's not what I wanted to click on. What is the Department of Preemptive Casual Redirection?
I must admit, I'm not entirely sure. The rumors about your department. They said anyone who might delay the equation being solved disappeared. If there are any hints of truth to that, I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balancing efficiency with humanity.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid.
She's right. Enough pontificating. Time to make a decision.
That you are who you are, and are standing right, and have been here for years. It's all much to digest. I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda.
Requires speech 8. I say we force the Proctor to reveal who she's working with.
I cannot be party to this, but neither shall I stand in your way.
A wise calculation, my friend. Good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here.
Wait, really?
Not that I was relishing the idea, but you provided other options. Svoboda has much to answer for. Let's go see that she does.
What's this? What are you doing here? Come to surrender, I take it?
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered it obsolete. I am Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor of the Order. This would be an ideal time to confess everything before you die.
You can't possibly be party to all this. Not with her vast misdeeds so readily apparent.
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation.
If she doesn't talk, shoot her. Definitely determined may be a bit of a stretch.
I don't know what you found, but any so-called evidence was likely laid there for someone to discover. By a party with years spent in hiding. This is all nothing more than a flagrant example of artifice and bunco. An elaborate song and dance from an admitted imposter.
Enough, traitor. You made your play. You lost. No more deception. No more lies. Time to pay what is due.
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business.
Any thoughts on what to do next?
Best search her office. Someone clearly was pulling her strings.
Would have been nice to perform that search before there was a corpse in the room, but...
Don't forget to loot her. She has an advanced decryption key on her, so be sure to grab that. Access, oversight, control. Unlock toxic effluvium repository access. Access granted. Return to root. Check the rubbish bin. Commence message recovery. Recovered entries. From Abbot Newell, a matter of some advisement. So here is another message from Newell to go along with the one from N-Ray, the N-Ray range. As you know, I value your sagacity when it comes to supervisory matters. With that said, allow me to put the following question to you. I await your counsel.
The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look.
All right, we'll go. So from her office of the Proctor, we're going right through here. Grab that for crafting. 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 Crafting.
This space used to be brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead.
Large plasma charge, the Zyranium ray, black powder, Snite, some plasma charges, another secondary advanced decryption keys. Grab that. From not identified, subject your orders. Attack on the outpost was meant to reignite active fighting between Auntie's Choice and the Order. Instead, it has only resulted in an investigation of both localities that threatens to expose our plans. Cooperate with the Earth Directorate agent. In light of recent setbacks, DeVries has concluded we are to pursue contingency plan A467. Further instructions will be issued at the time of my predetermining. All right.
The Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme.
Yes, I am pursuing the head of the conspiracy, Augustine DeVries.
Ah, of course. I should have assumed you had a greater purpose here.
You all right? I can't tell if you're shaken or euphoric right now.
This whole affair reminded me of the old days. The blood, the secrecy, the calculations and intrigue. Been trying to tell myself I didn't miss it. But in action, I fear, ill suits me. I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I could use help from an operator like you. Believe my specific skills could benefit your efforts as well. I'd propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say?
I say. How could I say no?
Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't leave me waiting there too long, Commander. I get restless when my blades dry too long.
Okay.
Excellent. Well then, I am quite ready to leave this place.
Alright, let's upgrade her, get her up to snuff. So her ability, using a gadget of her own design, she shoots energy at a specific target, stunning and showering them with magnetic energy. While the effect lasts, the target cannot move, and all attacks against the target are critical hits. That sounds like a really good idea for a boss fight. Marisol's ability must be fully charged. We know that one. Okay, charge. Marisol improves your ability to generate energy, allowing any kills scored by the party to restore a small portion of your energy. And then Threat Analyzer. Goggles provide additional analysis, looking at others while using either tactical time dilation or the N-ray scanner shows strategic data such as health, armor, and the weapon they use. Nice. Alright. So then 2 perk points available. Marisol occasionally tosses small portable capacitors near you. Walking over them automatically activates them, restoring gadget energy. Attacking them causes them to explode, dealing shock damage in one area around them. Has a cooldown. Or Marisol analyzes an enemy in combat, marking them. While active, your attacks against the target apply effects depending on the location of their body you hit. You can knock them down if you shoot their legs, stun if you shoot their head, bleed. Of course, I want that one. Then recharge paralysis. Your attacks against targets affected by Marisol's companion ability restore gadget energy. 10% of damage dealt restores as gadget energy. Or Marisol's companion ability now affects an area around the target, applying its effects to all nearby enemies. I'm going to choose that one. Alright, so she is now up to date. We have some stuff we can do. All right. Not quite done
My
yet.
fellow loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
That snake. You think the abbot's involved too? If he ain't, he's in for a rude awakening. We should get ourselves back to the monastery.
Some reason it looked so wildly different from this angle. I forgot where he was. Alright, let's get out of the manufactory.
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here.
I understood.
Well, regardless, I recognize you've done right by us here today, and I appreciate your efforts.
Okay, that is the end of the Zyranium Manufactory 7 portion.